Hello and welcome back to another episode of Total War Warhammer. And it just seems that the Tomb Kings can't leave this settlement alone. They absolutely need to take this thing back for themselves. This is my cobbled together defenses here with a whole bunch of regiments of renown, a absolutely crap settlement garrison, and then a huge reinforcement army, which is one of my sort of garrison armies here with just some miners with blasting charges. Not really the best army. We have no iron breakers here. So I gotta fight this on the battlefield here with no walls, and more than likely, depending on the orientation of this stuff, my army is going to be coming at one of these sides. But the balance of power is not in our favor, and I don't really want to just gamble away this army. I'd like to have the Tomb Kings die and not take this settlement back, because as soon as I get rid of all their settlements and then I just hold them for a while, eventually they will send along their armies to try to take them back. And okay, good. My ally, like my reinforcement army, is reinforcing right from the back here, where it would be a good point for me to hold anyway. Oh, that is the luckiest shit that I've ever gotten. So if I just move back here, eventually my ally will move onto the field, and then I can get his stuff, and we can win. So we got all the tank characters there. We'll just start the battle immediately, because we need his stuff to come onto the field anyway. But quarrelers we can set to 2. We're going to get a whole bunch of miners with blasting charges. Of course, these guys here are all the sort of garrison dudes. We'll use them up first. But once all this bullshit's on the field, we can pause the game back up and position our dudes appropriately, as we do have a lot of blasting charges, which is a good thing for us, as blasting charges will allow us to have lots of damage to stop the enemy at charge. Okay, so that should be pretty much everybody. We'll get it all set up here. This is a gyro bomber. Let's get him moving forward. The enemy does have some range, which is fairly annoying, but we'll do our standard here. We've got our positions. We'll put our cannons up here on that wall there. We'll get these 2 organ guns up here, arranging them to fire off into the enemy as they approach, like so. And then we can just string out a nice line of dudes. We'll use our longbeards on this left flank to really solidify it, so that way I don't have to worry about this ever collapsing. Follow that up by the Dwarf warriors and some regular miners, which I should actually just use to bolster this. Just out here, bolster this flank a little bit, and then I have my huge miners with blasting charges, so I can just string out a giant line of quarrelers, as they are able to shoot over these guys. Space my lords and thanes. Get my, honestly, Grudge Thrower is probably fine. No. Needs to move a bit. But back to there would probably be fine for the Grudge Thrower. That's pretty much everybody moved. We just need to let them get into position, hopefully, before the enemies truly get to us and start kicking our asses. But let's go, Bomber. Let's see what you can do, as this does have some absolutely massive bombs that it can drop, as it is the Regiment of Renown. Bad part is that the enemy is going to get a little bit closer before I would typically have my stuff into position, but whatever. We're going to have some issues with their monsters, though, with the Tomb Scorpions being the most annoying piece. And also, is that a... Ushapti with great bows. Yes, those are gonna suck. We should probably shoot those. Everybody get in a position. Wait till the battle lines are formed, and then I will send out the bomber. Because those Ushapti with great bows will be able to shoot all of our dudes. These guys are outranging our Quarrelers by a bit, which is going to be very annoying. Because they have, what, 140 and we have 160, so they're outranging us that little bit just because we have these miners so far forward. So let's pull them back. These guys are going to get hit by the by the monstrous cavalry anyway, so we'll retask some Quarrelers onto them. These guys are getting absolutely Quarrel down. And the miners are taking a little bit of range damage here, which not much else I can do about that. These two guys I can task over onto this right flank, and Ushapti are getting absolutely monstered down. Alright, Tomb Scorpion is going to suck unless... Good, exactly what I needed. The hero there is holding them in position while the miners are blasting charges, and the Quarrelers do their shit. Longbeard's getting into that Tomb Scorpion, and we'll just have to make sure we retask some Quarrelers to it here, as that one is dead. Excellent. So now let's get these bomb dropper into battle here, and there's a beautiful target here. Ah, yes. Bomb the shit out of these Tomb Guards. Wow, that got like half of that freaking unit's health in one shot. That is ridiculous. And yep, these guys are all shooting now, which is excellent. And overall, I think we'll do absolutely fine in this battle. The balance of power does not incorporate Dawi defensive lines. It certainly does not. Ah, Ushapti. Spawned in. Move these guys all away. Get these miners to charge into it. Get all these guys to do a 180 and shoot at them. And the guy still has one more bomb, so we should probably use that here. I guess just drop it on these guys. The AI is starting to lack some forces as the balance of power is going into our way. Died. Oh, ooh, so much damage. Alright, now you can just be out there and just shoot at stuff. You guys, get in there and fight, you crazy monsters. Longbeards, get in there. We're at the... Oh, jeez. That's right into our Quarrelers. That's no fun. Oh, well. At some point, Quarrelers will die. As long as they shoot off some of their arrows beforehand, we're all good. But other than that, perfect. They have all disintegrated, and it doesn't look like we lost any units. So that's... They keep hitting this damn settlement. Soon, I will have these frickin' Tomb Kings on the ropes. I would like, if possible, at some point, to finish this campaign before I hit, like, turn 200. I'm at, like, 180 something now? What am I with turn? The turn timer. I want Archeon the Everchosen to show up. Yep. We've held them back. They will retreat into their holds there.
All here.
Oh, you want... They declare war. Their allies are Lothran? Oh my god, why are they declaring war on me? I am military allies with like half the world here. You realize I'm going to set the world against you. The only thing you have allies with is Lothran. And Lothran likes me. Why? Why would they declare war? They're neutral towards me. It doesn't make sense. It's not like they condemn me fighting other Tomb Kings. They condemn me having a treaty with Hexacotl. Okay. I guess I am, I guess they hate me now for all my treaties. Am I really at war with Lothran now? I wonder. Because I thought I had, like, trade agreements and stuff like that. Or Lothran could have broke their alliance with them. No, looks like... It seems so silly for them to do that. Why would they declare war? There's literally no reason. Oh. There's only a few. These end turn times are actually becoming shorter and shorter because there's only a few races left. They want a military alliance, these rogue armies. Oh, fine, you're not undead. You're humans, so I can deal with you. Alright. You silly chaos. Alright, that's it. We're gonna go for the chaos. We're gonna take it to them. We'll send over our two main stacks here, and we're gonna beat the shit out of some chaos. Because if they're not gonna come to us, we'll go to them. We'll send a third stack for safety. We got these two stacks back here. Oh, this must have been part of Barkvar's army. With some modification, I can make this into a badass army. Sweet. Let's get him to jump back to help it. Cut all these guys. Cut these guys. I can keep the grudge thrower. That's a fine artillery piece. And as soon as next turn, when he goes back into normal stance, we can recruit a better army for him. Leave that guy in frozen wastes there. Oh, ooh, what's this monument? The Silver Hall. Alright. Upgrade all of the stuff. And might as well get some public order here. And now, down here, these guys beat off the attacking Tomb Kings. We can upgrade the walls there again to secure it. We have the Pyramid of Nagash, which we have built the Vault of Nagash. And some money. What do the Tomb Kings have left? They have this here, which we are about to go and kick their asses. I could do that this turn. These guys have their health back, so I can push into them. Oh, that's a real basic army. That'll go down easily. Alright, let's move forward here. We'll do it in the underway, so that way we don't take any attrition in their lands. Because I believe... oh no, not taking any attrition, but that's fine still. Underways are good battles for us, so we'll just stack up our guys. Leaving this guy here for garrison. Make sure the enemy doesn't come back. Alternatively, we could send him this way so that we can hit that army. Okay, so that's going to get all nice and cleaned up. Now these guys, he's got just a bunch more Longbeards now, as he recruited all those up with my absolute massive global recruitment capacity these days. So, these two guys can start heading down towards the Spring of Eternal Life. And when they get there, they can intercept any armies that try to come up north to take back these two cities, and they can take out these two, and then push on down to these two, and then that will be the last of the Tomb King holdings. So am I really at war with Lothran now? No, Lothran are still my allies. So these guys were over here. Where were they? They're right here. They were allies with Lothran, the strongest faction in the entire map. And they decided to go to war with us, thinking that Lothran would be holding them, like helping them, like covering their backs. And then Lothran was like, yeah, no, we don't want to fight the dwarves. And so now they're at war with Lothran, and they're like, this is all they have. This entire space here. And that's it. And they have to fight. They have 10 settlements. They have to fight basically everybody. Look at everyone they're at war with. They're at war with everybody. Oh my god. 69 settlements for Lothran. We are equal in terms of strength here. They're strength 2, we're strength 1. Yeah, they knew it was not going to be a good battle if Lothran and us went to fight each other. It was not going to be good. This, guys, we'll take the army and we'll send it this way. It could have got a little bit of extra replenishment, but whatever. And we'll send the soldiers into the heroes into the Pyramid of Nagash to hold it. These guys can help cover off any potential armies trying to sneak north. And random hero, go away. I don't need you, Thane. You're just out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Again, another random army. But it's got some good potential in it. It's got these troll hammers and the iron drakes. I can work with that. We'll send him through the underway back to the Hell Pit so we can recruit up. Alternatively, we do have some global recruitment. So we could just encamp him here. And we could drop... what do we got? Let's just fill this up with Longbeards. Let's clear out these guys. Clear out the helicopters. We've already got a couple pieces of arty, so let's grab some more direct fire. This is a very anti-infantry army with the iron drakes and the flame cannons. That's good. We'll grab 6 units of normal Longbeards for the front line, 4 units of great weapons for our flanks, and then we're missing missile units. Let's just cut the Longbeards with great weapons. Oh, but they are good against the armor piercing. That's good against the chaos bullshit that we're going to be fighting up here. So I do like that. Maybe we'll do the opposite way around. We'll go 4 Longbeards. 4 Longbeards with great weapons. And then we'll grab a few Thunderers to finish things off. Alright, that'll be a fine army. More things to upgrade. as there's always buildings around the world to put a little bit more money into. The Hexacotl demand that I join the war against some undead. Absolutely sure. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably never get down to Lustria in order to help them at all. But happy to fight them. Oh, ooh. You are defending against Khemri from the Black Period of Nagash. Oh, this is the army that I pulled off of the Black Period and left the hero stack there. So they're getting 2 armies to come and fight me. However, we are in the underway. So we could do a nice underway battle and do a bunch of damage to them. But do I want to retreat? They don't have much ranged here. It is primarily just a melee blob. So I could pull back, make a nice little spot, and just blast the shit out of them. But I'm going to retreat from this one. I want to pick a better battle. With that 2 stacks versus 1 stack, it would be a very damaging battle for me when I've got other stacks that are available to come in and assist very soon. So I'll wait till a better engagement. Also, I can bring down those heroes, now that at least I'll know where the enemy armies are. I can bring those heroes down and use them to help engage. Public order, sure. At this point, I don't care about growth. I would have taken growth a long time ago, but not anymore. Am I gonna get...
I'll see it done.
Whoa, okay. To travel through the chaos spaces and divide madness, no mortal can comprehend them. Everything will die in 1 turn in the chaos wastes. Okay. Hooray for use underway. Okay, let's just get out of the chaos wastes then. I can see why these guys aren't landing. But I wonder, I think I could theoretically take a lord. Say if I just recruited some random lord, doesn't really matter what, I could move him into position, move these guys beside him, leave them in the underway, attack with him, and then have these guys stay fine in the underway. So I'll leave them all there, and we'll do that with that lord next turn. Yeah, these guys can all stay. Let's see where the enemies are. So, right there. Oh, and he is, marching. So we should be able to catch him. Let's see. We could, theoretically, march these guys into range as well, so they can help out with the battle. They'll also give us a little bit of scouting information here as they go forward. Yeah, there was the other army that tried to attack with that, and we're going to get a reinforcement. He's on march, so we can't retreat. And perfect. This is a much better battle deployment than last time. We can simply auto-resolve that and wipe that army off the face of the earth with no issues at all. We are going to take a little bit of attrition here, but that is okay. We could theoretically march to get back into some other location without attrition, but that's fine. We're within reinforcement range of our other army, so our guys should be nice and safe. These 2 guys can continue their skipping and hopping down the mountainside to get here to take on these guys. Everything's coming together. Oh, ooh, it looks like the last defenders there took out whatever army was there. Excellent. Glad that Khemri army is gone. You can instead
I suppose so.
head on over here, get into reinforcement range. Same thing for you.
I'm going.
And then you
I'll cast the
can go and attack and bring in those armies.
ancestor gods.
And what we should be able to do is attack this immediately, as we do have plenty of artillery in all of these armies. And the enemy has 2 Screaming Skull catapults, but that should be fine. So let us fight this one out. This might take a little while to fight, as we will be expending all of our artillery first, as that is what we always do when we have the artillery advantage. You push your advantage as long as you possibly can to take out the enemy. No ridge lines that I can exploit like the other maps, so we'll just get our army separated out, move it back, turn our guns off into do not fire, and start the battle. Bring in the allies. Once they get in, we'll add all their stuff. Freaking 3 Rune Lords, man. Yeah. Add all their dudes to the front lines. And get their cannons in place as well. And I think we'll just blast through the center, if I'm not mistaken, as there is plenty of cannon to go around. Ooh, that's if they send more cannons, because I have selected large army, but we'll see if their artillery actually gets onto the field, because they might have just a bunch of infantry they're sending in, which, functional. I can make it work. It's slightly annoying that some combination from the different armies is getting in here. I would have liked to have it so that every single artillery piece came in first, and then send in the infantry, and then, like, work through it that way. But, oh well. I've still got 5 pieces of artillery, and we can go through and really rip their stuff to shreds. And also, if we want to, we could just do a massive wall breach. I'd probably lose a lot of forces, but I mean, at this point, who cares? I mean, we have so much firepower. We'll be able to do a fair amount of stuff here just by having mass quantities of my forces. Get these towers down. Then we can probably move a little bit closer. And take my sweet, sweet time working through everything here. Okay, let's get all these grudge iron breakers all in one. Then we have a random couple warriors and miners with blasting charges. That's probably the garrison army. So we just need to make as many holes as possible so that we don't have to climb the walls. That's the entire purpose behind our stuff right now. Punch these holes. Don't have us having to scale. Because if we do have to scale the walls, that means that our units will get tired, and then they have to fight the battle exhausted, which is not good for us. We just want to waltz right in. Also, we want to be able to take our Thunderers and plunk them down right here. And we want to be able to shoot some stuff as well. So you guys take out that piece of fort wall. You guys do that piece of fort wall. Although our front line is going to be tanky as shit. because we've got 3 support specialists here, 3 different rune lords. They all have the plus 60 armor, Master Ruth of Oath and Steel. So for 25 seconds, with a 76 recharge, we could theoretically, if we do this correctly, chain these, because 25, 50, 75, 76 seconds, we essentially just have a second of downtime. Is anyone shooting at us from... Oh, it was probably the plate claw catapults, right? Not plate claw, screaming skulls. No, they're right the way up back there. Do they have a Ushapti or something with great bow, or a bone giant? Enemies lining up to take the brunt when we push in. Yeah. It was probably some magic or something. But anyway. They are falling back even more, it seems. That's fine. What we can do is find a nice angle through here, and we can actually start to shoot at these guys through these gaps with our artillery. Oh, okay. Come on out. Come on out. Because if we can get you guys to pepper this Necrosphinx and damage him up, that'd be super useful. We could do the same with our Thunderous here. Just slide them forward until they are still outside of that range. We can get them angled at just the right angle, and we can shoot the shit out of probably this Necrosphinx. If we get the right angle. Like right here? No, they noticed. They noticed the issue. And they adjusted the Necrosphinx. Ah, bastards. Oh well, we'll just continue peppering the skeleton spearmen. As much damage as we can before we have to march in with the Ironbreakers. And remember, we do have reinforcements. So as soon as these artillery are done shooting, we can go and bring in a whole bunch more dudes. These guys, I'm just gonna bring everybody over to here. I don't even know what to do with these guys. There's so many infantry. Because I can just run some group in, secure this corner, use it to take some of their walls. See, the enemy's readjusting. They had a whole bunch of units over here because I had a bunch of units over there. That's how the AI functions on most of their stuff. Is they just sort of do a 1-for-1. Wherever you have units, I'll have units. And so now the enemy is panicking because I'm moving a whole bunch of units over to this side. They don't know what to do with that. Move my Ironbreakers up. Get my Rune Lords all up here as well. It's going to be a grinder, though, once we get in there. It's going to be painful. They did take their archers down, though, which is interesting. So, why don't we move the Thunderers up a little bit? Let them start shooting through these gaps here.
Yes, Lord. Yes. Adat. Adat.
Because that's the range of their artillery. Although, oh, those guys are in range of that tower. It's not good. We'll move them over.
They have wronged us. Will do. Yes. Start
Go ahead.
shooting, lads.
You can start to hit some things through those gaps. Go ahead and spend some ammo. Don't shoot the walls, though, you idiots. Shoot things through the gaps.
Targets, Lord.
And if this is where I was scaving, I'd drop a nuke right there. Ah, it would be a beautiful nuke.
For the High King.
Oh,
Leia, bless
there
our
goes the
lady.
screaming skulls. You guys move forward for some reason.
Plow through.
Because they're dumb. What I really would like to do is able to get these guys on these walls, pointing inwards, and just create a kill box out of this spot here. That would be absolutely amazing.
Thunderers.
There we go. We're getting a little bit of damage through the gaps there.
Kill the old splitters. Thunderers. Cause you can't, cause you can't, ha. Axes out.
The catapults are moving up. Alright, I think it might be just time to rush in. This is going to be a grinder of a battle. But we'll just get all of our
Nothing can stop
guys set up as going into the battlefield here.
Put those dwarven legs.
We'll push in with our 3 guys. We'll try to keep them together so that way they can
Move now.
support each other. We'll take our
Withdraw.
artillery and we'll withdraw them from the battlefield so we can get some new units up here. And for these
Nothing can stop us.
Thunderers taking too much artillery fire, I want them to climb the walls.
Strike out. Get your beards up there. Thunderers.
I want my Thunderers on the walls, please.
Climb.
Because then if I can get them on the walls shooting down into it, it'll be absolutely beautiful while all my Iron Breakers fill the ground with bullshit. And miners, I mean whatever. Go attack that section. You guys break down that gate.
Ready axes.
Here we go.
Runes of power. Going.
Now, miners already have 100 not miners. The Iron Breakers have 140 armor in this army. And if we move in and we pop these skills one at a time, boom, 200 armor, which means that this thing is effectively immortal. As long as the enemy doesn't have armor piercing, they can't do any damage to it.
Breakers.
And all we have to do is just watch the duration of that and pop the next one when this guy's armor drops.
Thunderers.
So Thunderers,
We stay.
get on these walls facing inwards, please.
Stay put. Defiant and unbound.
And then this guy, pop his one, giving everyone armor again. And just keep up the fight.
Get on. Battle ready.
Our guys are going off. Some more infantry are coming on. Some more ranged units as well. We'll get them up on the walls as well.
For the ancestors. We stay hot.
Thunderers are up top. They're shooting down.
As will. I am ready.
Chain the next one.
For the High King. Thunderers. We stay put. We stay put. Let them begin.
Oh, they, oh, that's where they spawned the Urshapti. That's fine. Reinforcements coming in. Just get it in here, get these Thunderers onto these walls.
Iron Breakers.
Iron Breakers wrap around there and then squish into these guys.
Master of Runecraft. It'll get done.
That one's ready to come off cooldown again, giving everyone that massive 200 armor. That super important breakpoint there. We'll try to just do as many, you know, hook around the enemy, get in behind them sort of stuff as we possibly can here. 8 seconds until we can cast it again. Keep that front line armored up. Keep pushing on in. Keep doing your stuff. Looks good. You guys actually don't need to take the walls. You guys can just waltz in right there. You can get to battle. Otherwise, this is looking fine. Our guys are on the walls shooting down into the melee, which is excellent. We're using the enemy walls against them. Those miners should get back here, please. Enemy gates over here have been destroyed. So we'll get these dwarf warriors inside and get them attacking these guys in the back. The next one here can pop, buffing up this entire front line, keeping its durability up. And we are doing just fine, it seems. More skeleton warriors. You guys go help with those skeleton warriors. Ah, beautiful. And ready to pop another. Keeping everything all nicely armored up. Looks like we've finally broken the front here, as majority of the enemies have died. So we can push in a little bit harder. Looks like they're disintegrating. These stalkers look to be the last one. We'll just focus them down. And it looks like we'll be able to push through these gaps fairly soon here. Can I pop another one? Yes, I can. Keep that armor up. Alright, that's the center. We've broken through the center. Push on through, boys. These guys are disintegrating over here. You guys move in. You guys move in. Let me keep the 3 rune lords together here, so they can continue to stack their defenses boosts. And we are doing wonderful. Nothing can defeat a full-on massive Dowie push. Even my computer here is starting to have some issues with the amount of people on this field. And get those gunners up on the walls. Okay, good. This army is dead. Push in. Everybody. Everybody here, except these gunners, push in. All we need to do is make sure we push in. These thunderers should not be there. That's probably my mistake for getting him up there. Push on past them. It's just one dude. Just leave somebody there. And then rush on past them and push on in. We'll start our chain again. Getting our front line buffed up with armor. And looks like they're disintegrating. That should be it. Looks like we are going to be victorious here. Yeah, what? One left? The Tomb King himself. Everybody, come on. We've got mass armor here. You can't defeat us. We're effectively immortal. The only thing that can defeat us is like armor piercing. The true damage from that. Yeah, he's crumbling, and he's gone. And that's it. Another enemy settlement taken with minimal Dabi casualties, thanks to just chaining 200 armor on all of our iron breakers. You can't break through immortal iron breakers. They waltz over you. Look at all these infantry here. 0 kills, 1 kills, 7 kills. Like, the best that did it was the Lord, who got 30. I mean, out of all of this, who on the enemy team even got a decent amount of kills? Their monsters got 13. It's their catapults got 60-ish. That's it. The rest of the guys hardly did anything, as we had effectively immortal iron breakers marching their ass into the battle. And that is why Rune Lords can be super powerful in the late game when you get your infantry set up in that way. And here we go. The area over here has been rid of the enemy presence. And as a gift to the last defenders, I'm going to gift them this province, as I feel like they need it. So we shall go in. We got Mahark and Lahmia. So we'll go to these guys. We'll open up here. We'll gift. And we want to make sure we gift to the right places. Last defenders. Lahmia. And we want to gift last defenders. No, not purchased. Gift them. Where is it? Mahark? Where? What was its name again? Mahark. Okay, so they have that. That's fine. Why did I not see that on the list here? Gift to the last defenders. And it's somewhere in here. Or at least it should be. There it is. Gift region. There you go. And now, Last Defenders has a nice solid chunk down here. There you go, Last Defenders. You deserve it. And I've got 3 stacks down here. A stack there, which I guess I recruited and then never needed. So, you guys, there's nothing left for you to do. I guess you can just start heading towards the jungle down here, but otherwise, everything is just hunky-dory. Alright, these guys up here. I haven't moved this yet. Next turn. Next turn. Which will most likely be, at this point, the next episode. So that is going to be it for now. I'm going to go through, clean up all these buildings, and go and apply a bunch of skill points to all my characters, because I haven't done that for several turns now. And then, we shall take some fights to the Chaos in the Chaos Wastes. But that's going to be next turn. For now, thanks for watching. Good hunting out there, fellow Dowie.